So on the whole, I've received some pretty positive comments about my recent hairstyle change. Should I say it's not particularly recent because I've had this since about January 2024. So I thought I would talk about the reasoning behind my buzz cut, as well as some of the benefits that it has provided me, or that I've realized that it has provided for me. Hi. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Matty, and I'm a male model, physiotherapist, and fitness enthusiast. And on this channel, I like to document self-improvement and share things that help me, and hopefully will help you too. Now, without further ado, let's get on with the video. But let's talk quickly about the evolution of my hair. I always used to like having longer hair. At one point, I really enjoyed having a fringe and a more bowl-like haircut. If you've ever seen Codename Kids Next Door, I really wanted to have hair like Wallaby Beetles, which is, I don't know why, but that was how I wanted my hair. Every time I get my hair cut short and people would say, oh, it looks alright, it looks fine, I would be a bit insecure and I'd be really upset with the fact that my face was on show. So this is a whole nother story about my insecurities, which I'm not going to go into. Well, they were my insecurities, but they're not anymore. And this was particularly the case as I went through adolescence, and as my acne got bad, I really wanted to have long hair, especially a long fringe to cover the acne on my forehead and to cover most of the acne around my face. I really wanted to cover my face with my hair. So this was kind of the general trend where I had long hair throughout most of my late teens and my early 20s. And it wasn't until my second year of uni that I started to cut my hair a little bit shorter. I went to a barber's, and again, it was okay, but my acne was still prevalent, so I didn't really keep it short for that long. And then during lockdown, COVID lockdown, I grew my hair out because I couldn't be bothered to go to the barbers, and barbers weren't even open anyway, so I just had to deal with really long hair. Fast forward to 2023 when I started online dating for the first time, and this mop haircut just simply wouldn't do. So I ended up researching hairstyles and found that short back and sides works for most people, so that's what I did, and that's what appeared to work for the longest time, until, fast forward again, I got scouted by a big modelling agency, which I'm signed to now, and in November of 2023 they asked me how I would feel about a hairstyle change. So I said, what would you have in mind? And they said, a buzz cut. And I thought, oh, it's a little bit scary because I've never done a buzz cut before. I don't know whether I have the bone structure or the skull shape to pull it off. But of course, when a modelling contract is on the line, you do what they ask. So I did it, and it actually turned out okay. So in January 2024, I signed to this big modelling agency and got my buzz cut. Now at first it was a little bit longer, and what I realised was that actually just shaving it off as a grade 1 or grade 1.5 all the way through just looks so much better. So that's what I did. Let's talk about some of the benefits of a buzz cut. One of the weirdest things that I noticed was that it helped me discover my sense of self. Hair for men is like makeup for women. Weirdly, your hair does define who you are as a man to an extent, because men don't really wear makeup, or at least very few of us wear makeup. It changes the way that you look as well as the way that you're perceived. People did not recognize me after I got a buzz cut. So many people just had no idea who I was until I said, it's me, it's Matty. And they were like, oh, okay, you look so different. And it was a refreshing change, actually. It was like shedding off my old self, my old insecure self about the way that I used to look and my acne and wanting to cover my face all the time, and being like, okay, this is me, this is who I am for all the world to see. And as I said, I was curious and maybe a little bit scared to see whether I had the bone structure and the skull shape to pull off a buzz cut, because a lot of good looking influencers on YouTube probably don't have the hairline to pull off a buzz cut, which is why they keep their hair long. And some of them even use minoxidil to try and preserve their hairline. The second benefit of a buzz cut is that there are no more bad hair days. I remember when I had longer hair, there were certain days when I'd wake up and one bit of hair would be sticking up on one side or the other side, and it would just be really annoying, and I'd try and push it down but it just flicked back up. And so I'd have to wear a hoodie or a hat to try and get it down, or worst case scenario, I'd have to rinse it with water to bring that bit of hair down. And now with a buzz cut, it's really easy. I wake up and I know for a fact that I'm not gonna have to comb my hair or wet it. It just is. And that brings me on to the third benefit of having a buzz cut, which is the easy washing, drying, maintenance is just so easy to maintain. Washing it is shampoo and maybe a little bit of conditioner, and drying is 10 seconds of a hairdryer, if not just letting it air dry, especially in the summer months when it's hot. The only downside is that I have to pay regularly for haircuts every 2 weeks, which are about £15, which is a bit of a setback. However, because I now have a razor set that my cousin bought me for Christmas, I have been getting my girlfriend to cut my hair. So she does a pretty decent job, so I don't have to go and get a barber cut every so often, maybe every month or month and a half. So today, the reason why I'm looking more fresh is because I just went and got a proper professional barber cut, only because I have a wedding this weekend and a shoot next week, so I kind of have to be looking on point. And that brings me on to the fourth benefit of having a buzz cut, which is the fact that it does save me money in the long run. So by getting my girlfriend to cut my hair every 2 weeks, she's building her skill base as my future barber, which is one thing that's really good. And I say £15 to £20 a pop, because haircuts do add up eventually. And if you're cutting your hair every 2 weeks, that is a lot of money. So in 10 weeks, you are spending almost £100 on haircuts, which is a lot of money. Plus, I don't think buzzing your hair is that difficult. If I was paying for a really nice haircut, then fair enough. But for a buzz, I want to try and save as much money as possible on those haircuts. And the fifth benefit of a buzz cut is that it accentuates your features. So if you get rid of your hair at the top, then it brings all the attention down to your eyebrows and your eyes and your cheekbones and then your jawline. So if you have semi-decent features and you get a buzz cut, then you'll be fine. You'll look good. I think the rule is if your jaw is wider than your forehead, then you will look okay with a buzz cut. A good example of this would be Henry Cavill. He obviously has a receding hairline, but his jaw is still a little bit wider than his hairline, which is why he looks good with short hair when he gets it. He still is a very handsome man. Anyway, I hope this video was insightful for you and hope to answer some of the questions as to why I decided to get a buzz cut. The main reason was because my modeling agency thinks that it's the right look, which I agree with. It's the look in high fashion at the moment is a buzz cut for an Asian man. Plus my hair gets really thick and it's hard to style, so this was the easiest method to getting it to work. But even though I do miss my longer hair, I've come to accept my buzz cut for what it is. Hopefully one day soon I'll be able to grow it out again, but for now, the buzz cut is here to stay. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found.